everyone, Brendan Wall here with another edition of Film Talk for GameItAll.com. Got a guest here today. Just before we get going, though, I'm just bringing up everything that's not what I'm trying to bring up. Okay, just before we get going, though, I just had a little sponsor to read off. Sponsor is HostGator. HostGator is a leading provider of shared, resold VPS and dedicated hosting solutions. Their support is available 24/7, 365 via phone, email, and live chat. You can discover why over 9 million websites trust HostGator. Sign up for a new hosting package. Use the coupon code GameItAll and receive 25% off your first hosting plan. It's our sponsor, HostGator. So getting down to it, we have Lorynn York here. Welcome.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Very grateful that she came by, especially because she's currently shooting something, so she says she's not tired, but that's okay. That's still grateful for her coming by.
Yes, as long as I get 6 hours of sleep, I'm good to go.
And you have a night shoot tonight, is that right?
I do have a night shoot. Yeah, so we start shooting at 7 p.m. and then we go till 7 a.m.
Oh my lord!
I know. I feel like now tomorrow I will be tired. I have to say I will be tired.
Is it a super secret shoot? Can you not say anything about it?
It's not. No, I can't give a whole lot away, but it's another TV movie. It's called Flight 192, and I get murdered in the very, very beginning, and it's about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's about kind of the murder, and actually a senator murders me, so it's about his trial. There's an election that happens, and I'm not going to tell you if he gets away with it or
not. Okay, so going back, before we start talking about this one you've got coming out on March 26th, what, kind of go back to the beginning, what kind of made you want to get into acting / modeling /
Well, I grew up doing ballet as a professional child dancer. I went to school for professional children in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then when I was 13, I went to the New York City Ballet for a little bit. So I was really, really serious as a kid into dance and performing. And along with dance, you had to take acting classes for your artistry. Artistry is like your presence on stage, because with ballet, you don't speak. So you have to have facial expressions, and it has to come through in your body language while you dance. So acting classes really helped with that. And I was in New York taking an acting workshop. And my acting teacher at the time came up to me and he goes, "You need to quit dance." And I was like, "What? No." But anyway, dance kind of faded out in high school. Had a normal high school life because I really didn't have a normal grade school, middle school life because of dance. So I went to high school, acted in high school a little bit, started auditioning. But when I turned 18, I went to 1 year of college at UNC Wilmington, University of North Carolina at Wilmington. And Wilmington has Screen Gems, where they filmed Iron Man 3, Safe Haven, the first Hunger Games. So I started getting into doing production assisting on all the big sets. And I actually auditioned for a very small role on Iron Man 3. There were so many girls, I said, no way. But I actually booked it. So Iron Man 3 was the first set that I was on that I had a small role, and I fell in love with being on set, and it was just history from there.
So Iron Man 3 was the first?
Yes, was my first real job. Now I did book other indie films, and I had a national skin commercial. So I had been on some sets before, but Iron Man 3 was my first real job, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I actually got to eat lunch with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's a pretty good introduction into acting.
I know. I'm so lucky.
So you also do some modeling as well, right?
Yes.
And how did that come about? Did that just kind of stem off from the acting, or?
Well, it actually came before acting. I was at the DMV getting my license in North Carolina with my mom. I was 16. And I was in the line, and this scout guy came up to my mom and handed my mom his card, and said that I should come do an event where you just take a bunch of pictures and get in a bunch of outfits and do a bunch of photo shoots. And then I got signed with Wilhelmina after that. So modeling came first, and it was just very, very casual. I would go to maybe one casting a month, do one photo shoot a month, and then when I got to LA, it got a little bit busier with my agencies because it's very good to have something on the side to do. It's a little bit of extra cash with the modeling. It's not my passion, but it just kind of comes along with everything.
Yeah, and it's like it's nice to have something else when because the acting stuff dries up sometimes for a little while, right?
Yeah,
So it's good to
yeah.
have something on the side to
Yeah.
kind of supplement that.
Yeah, and it's so much fun, and it's easy because you don't have to talk.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So would you say acting is your main passion then?
Of course, yeah, 100%.
Are there any now when you were starting out? Are there any actresses, any particular actors that you kind of looked up to or like try to model yourself after or anything like that?
I really enjoyed watching Claire Danes on the set of Homeland. I was a production assistant, and until recently in my work, I didn't understand how hard you have to work and dedicate yourself to a character for it to come across well. Every working actress, I don't care who says that they don't work hard, I don't care who says that they're lazy. There's a bunch of working actors right now that say that they don't, just say that it comes easy to them, but I promise they work hard because it does take a lot. And her performance every single take on set of Homeland was beautiful, and I respected the work so much, even when I didn't know how much work it actually took. So she was the first actress that I looked at while she was performing, and I said, wow, she really works hard, and it was really inspiring.
And she's been steadily working for quite a number of years now.
Yeah,
So.
she's wonderful, and she's such a good person. She's so sweet, too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So before, I think it'd be funny or interesting, before you started going down the acting trail, I guess, were there any, like, because, you hear some stories about, Harrison Ford working at, like, a crappy diner or something like that. Was there any, like, bad jobs that you had before that?
Let's see. Yes, I used to do production assisting, and I used to do extras wrangling on like the big movies that would come to Screen Gems, and that means little me when I was about 17 would be in charge of 200 extras. So I had to make sure everyone was quiet because I had huge directors counting on me to make sure everyone was quiet, to make sure everyone signed their vouchers, to make sure everyone, was in the right place at the right time, and just me. So there was one time, there was about 185 extras on this movie, and they were all men. It was a scene with all men, and it was funny, and they were all like big, and it was little me, and I was so intimidated because I couldn't get them to be quiet, so I stood on a chair, and I made my voice as deep as possible, and I screamed, "Quiet!" and the whole place went silent. And it was so scary to be in charge of that many men, but I felt really cool. And now when I'm on set, I always respect the production assistants, the lighting guys, because it's so hard. I mean, long hours, and when you're not an actress or an actor on set, there's no one's asking, "What do you need? Do you need a water? Here's your robe. Oh, why don't you go rest in your dressing room for an hour? You have time. Take a nap." No one says that to the extras. No one says that to the production assistants, and no one says that to the crew. So they work very hard, and I respect them for that.
Yeah, no, I could certainly, even having been an extra before,
Yeah.
I could tell you, I know that like 90% of it is sitting down and waiting.
Yeah.
So. And there's not a whole lot of service. So I also noticed I think I noticed like something you tweeted or something, but I noticed you just did a movie with the Police Academy boys.
Yes.
Steve Guttenberg and Michael Winslow.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was called To Lava, To Lantula. It's by the same people who did Sharknado.
Okay.
Lava Lantula was the first movie that Steve Guttenberg and Michael Winslow starred in. And then they made a sequel, and I'm one of the leads of the sequel, and it's going to be on the Sci-Fi Channel in July. Working with Steve and Michael, it was so funny. I mean, every time we called cut, we were cracking up about something that happened. And he's so sweet and nice. His trailer was so much bigger than mine, and on the last few days on set, he just let me have his, just because. And he was so sweet. And yeah, he's really good to work with. The director was great on that movie. But I have a movie coming out before that one called The Carpenter's Daughter on Lifetime, I think on Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to say that was the main one I was...
Yeah.
I'd heard about, yeah.
Yeah.
So for that movie with Steve and Michael, did you get any sound effects for this one from Michael?
From Michael? Yes, he was always being so... At craft service, he would be in a different character every time I went over there. He would just joke about something.
That's cool.
So funny.
Awesome. So you did mention that. I did want to mention that because that's the main thing I was talking to you today about. You have a movie coming up on Lifetime TV March 26th.
Yes.
I don't know when this will probably be up today, so say 2 days from now, March 26th, whenever this is up.
Yes.
The Carpenter's Daughter on Lifetime TV. Tell us a little bit about that and your role in the movie.
So The Carpenter's Daughter is about a girl named Natalie who goes to high school, and she's trying to grow up a little bit. You know, she's been best friends with her dad all through middle school, and now she is in high school and wants to kind of, you know, make her friends a priority, and she wants to impress them. So she starts going to parties, and she drinks too much, you know, and she gets caught, and rumors spread. It's just about drama in high school, to be honest. And my character is the mean girl in the high school, the stereotypical mean girl. And it was easy for me to play the mean girl because I was targeted by them growing up. Being a dancer, I had to wear my hair in a bun on top of my head every single day to school because I would go right after. I couldn't wear a regular backpack. I had to wear a rolling backpack to keep my back safe so people would kick it. Just small things like that. So I was really able to pull from my past experience to play this mean girl to poor Sadie Calvano, who plays Natalie. We're great friends now, but during the movie I had to be so mean to her on set, and it was hilarious because behind the scenes we were great friends.
Okay, yeah, so that's The Carpenter's Daughter on Lifetime TV. I also noticed one that stuck out to me when I was looking at some of the previous stuff you've done, just because of the plot. But you did a movie called Babysitters Black Book.
Yes,
that's an intense sounding plot.
It was very scandalous, I have to say, for Lifetime. It was scandalous for Lifetime. I played a girl who got pregnant, which was crazy to live that because I actually had an abortion in the movie. And it was really, that day on set was really hard for me because we were in a hospital filming and it was so real. It was so hard. But the plot was very scandalous. We were a group of girls in high school trying to raise money to all go to the same college together. So we decided that it would be smart to do a prostitution ring through babysitting. So we would babysit and sleep with the dads to get more money, or do sexual favors to the dads to get more money for college. And then we get caught, and then we're in the news. And then the ringleader, who is the most popular girl at school, our best friend, confesses that it was her idea, and she goes to jail.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Was that one of the hardest ones you've done so far?
It was probably the hardest. Just that one scene where I had to get the abortion, it was probably the hardest, for me, the hardest thing emotionally that I've ever done.
Yeah, that's a hard point to reach.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I want to stress that again, guys. Carpenter's Daughter, March 26th, Lifetime TV.
Hmm.
Do you know the time that it plays at? I wasn't able to
I
get
think
that.
it was 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Pacific time.
8 p.m.
Oh,
Pacific time?
yes. So, no. 8 p.m. Eastern.
Eastern? That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put the right time underneath if I
Great.
find a different one, but should be 8 p.m. Eastern, March
Yeah.
26th, Lifetime TV, The Carpenter's Daughter. Now I want to ask you too, what would you say, like, if you could pick any kind of movie to do as your next project, what would be like your dream project to do?
Wow. I would love to do a period piece with a really good character. I think period piece mixed with strong character development, I would love it. Like Pride and Prejudice, something like that.
So like period pieces in like 100 years, 1800s kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you gotten the chance to do anything like that, period piece or
Never.
anything
I've never
close?
done a period piece. Nothing close. So I just really love that.
And if you had to give advice to people kind of coming up through, because you're in, are you in LA or?
Yes, I'm in California, LA.
Okay, yeah. So if you had to give advice to any other like up and coming people, actresses or actors or people that want to start acting, what would you give them as advice?
I would say don't trust your natural abilities as much. Get in class as soon as possible and learn how much work it takes to actually book work. Because there are so many girls, so many guys trying to be actors out here, and you really do have to work hard to book that role. I mean, you have to know that sitting in the waiting room, that you worked just as hard as the girl next to you. You know, you have to rise to the top, and it takes some concentration and sacrifice, and it takes work. So that's my advice that I would give to any new actress coming to LA.
Okay. There you go. Advice from Lorynn York. Lorynn York, everybody. And do you have, okay, so besides The Carpenter's Daughter and the movie you're filming right now, do you have anything else that's coming out? Anything coming up soon that you want to mention?
Yes, I have a few more movies coming out this summer. One is called The Repairman. I think that's going to be on Sci-Fi Channel. If not Sci-Fi Channel, it's going to be on another TV movie channel because that was a TV movie. It's about an alien girl who gets stuck on Earth, and I'm the alien girl. That's called The Repairman. The other one is called Broken Promise. It was a Lifetime movie, so it's going to come on maybe in August. They're thinking August. And that's about I get kidnapped, and I'm actually in it with Louis Mendelor, who's on My Big Fat Greek Wedding too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's amazing. So Broken Promise, The Repairman, To Lava Tulantula, Carpenter's Daughter. Is that it?
And then you've got the one that you're filming right now.
192, but that won't be out for another year or so. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I guess that wraps it up. I want to thank you very much for joining me here with your busy schedule, filming a movie and everything. Sorry?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, no, my pleasure. Everybody, Lorynn York, have a great one. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.